celebrating. We're celebrating the 2nd anniversary of Pink Frog being here with us at the craft store. Hasn't it gone quick? It certainly has. And of course, during that time, they've brought us some amazing deals, some fabulous quality. And this time we've got a one-day special with a little bit of a twist because they've teamed up with Pearly Winks. Now, Hazel is with me again during this, and this is a brilliant amalgamation, I have to say. Two fabulous companies coming together.
I was just like that because I just, there's no words. It's everything I love in one bundle, which, yeah, I know that you're liking it because I can see how much has gone.
Well, yeah, it's been a very, very popular one-day special. We nearly retitled this Hazel's Happy Place one-day special because she was absolutely thrilled to bits when she saw this. But just to let you know, nearly 60% of the whole day's stock has gone. We've only had one live hour so far, and I think the reason being is you kind of got everything you need in this bundle.
Yeah.
Of course, you've got a fabulous amalgamation of the two companies coming together. Something that I think we failed to mention at the launch hour, these are brand new stamps as well, Hazel.
They are brand new, yeah, definitely. They're really, so we've got Butterfly Wishes. There are 20 stamps on that set, which is a lot to get on an A5 sheet. And then we've got the Textures 3, which has got 12 stamps on. So 32 stamps in total, which is amazing.
It is, because of course you're going to get those. They are the starting point. You're going to get your incredible card stock. You're going to get your fabulous Pearly Winks, which I'll tell you about in a moment. But you get a gift as well. And that is the thing, that this is a birthday anniversary. But rather than us giving gifts to Pink Frog, they're giving us a gift. How amazing is that? Now, this is usually, it'll be around £6.50, £6.49 if you're to add this into your basket. What you've got is 50 sheets of this amazing kind of gold pearl. Ooh! What was that? Shall I try it again? No, it didn't work. Didn't work. Was it? Did I flick it too much and then it kind of wafted the camera off me? I don't know. That was very bizarre. Spooky. Anyway, as I was saying, you can't your paper. I mean, this is brilliant because it's kind of got that golden hue to it.
This has got your gold pearlescent shine to it. It's 120 GSM. Look at the shine on it.
Isn't it gorgeous?
If you spray your inks on it, you don't lose that shine. That shine comes through those inks. It's
beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
You're getting that as a bonus. So you'd normally be paying £6.49 for that. You've got an amazing deal with your one-day special. You can see you're saving on your screen there. Freedom members, you are saving any more. But I will tell you about that in a few moments because I need to tell you about these gorgeous colours that are included within your one-day special, because this is where Pearly Winks have brought the most incredible colours to this bundle. I love these. We've got 5 absolutely gorgeous colours that work so well.
Yeah. You've got your chartreuse yellow, you've got your sweet orange, your magenta, anemone blue and your blue grotto.
Gorgeous.
Now, on the top half of each of them colour panels, you'll notice that it's really sparkly. That is using a product called Diamond Pearl. You're also getting that in the kit. And it just gives that beautiful pearlescent, shimmery, shiny finish.
And this is it being used just on your regular cardstock that you're getting within your one-day special as well. So, of course, you've got your super smooth there being your white, giving it almost like those silver-like droplets on there.
Absolutely. So you could be, you can just spritz this out the bottle. You can put it onto your mat and you can paint specific areas. Say if you've got flowers or butterflies and you just want to highlight certain areas, you can do that. You could even fill it into your water brushes if you want, and that's the same for the dye-based inks as well. So don't be afraid to try, but it's a great starter kit. And I handpicked everything that's in there because that's what I was kind of edging towards, it being a starter kit. And it's a sample of a few different products which are really, really clever and you'll love to use.
This one is interesting. Now, this is the Colour Pop. Now, comes to you the little spray bottle again, so you can mist it, you can drip it if you're wanting to get those kind of drippy effects, as you can see there. You can even paint with it, and it's an acrylic as well.
It's acrylic water-based, so it acts as a brilliant base now because it's opaque, so you can then use your watercolour pencils on there if you want to, different mediums, whatever you've got, it will mix and match. But because it's acrylic, it's got that acrylic in it, it will go onto almost any surface.
Can I show you something? Now, this is amazing. This is one of the butterfly stamps that we've got within the one-day special set. It's one of the, is this the largest one?
This is the large one,
certainly one of the larger ones. Now, you might notice there's a little bit something featuring on the back of the acetate that this has been created with. Let me bring in some of the black cardstock. Now have a look at it. Oh, my goodness.
So that is
shimmer coming through.
Yeah, that is the Colour Pop white sprayed on the reverse.
It's very effective. Very effective indeed. I love it. So even on your acetate, your cardstock, there's so much you can use this with, and we saw that in the launch hour at 6 o'clock. Absolutely amazing. Now the cardstock that you've got, now it's quite a unique cut size for this particular one.
So its size, it's 15 by 30. So if you scored that in half, it would give you your basic equivalent to a 6 by 6 card fold.
Okay, so nice
so
and simple.
So it'd be 15 centimetres square. You'll also get your instruction sheet to give you 10 different folds. So they can range from gate folds to Z folds to easel cards to inverted stepper cards. Everything's written down so that you can quite easily create 10 different folds easily. I've done all the measurements for you. You've just got to get it home and have a play.
And this is the thing, this is exactly as Hazel's saying. So if you are new to your card making, you've really got everything that you need within this particular bundle. Got fabulous savings, £7 saving. Everybody's saving at least £7. And I say at least £7 because if you're a Freedom member, you are actually saving more. That saving means that you're saving £12.36. And that is a considerable saving when you consider you could become a Freedom member for just £7.97. The beauty being is that you're saving straight away. So this is what we call a why not deal. So if you're not a Freedom member already, why not become one? Because instantly the saving will appear when you become a Freedom member, meaning you are saving more than you're spending to become a Freedom member. Don't forget the savings on your screen aren't including your bonus gift that you are going to get, which would normally be £6.49. And that means if you're a Freedom member, then for just £24.13, you will get all of those fabulous stamps. Don't forget, you've got 20 gorgeous stamps. You've got those 12 textures as well featuring in there. These are incredibly usable stamps that you will be using over and over again. We've got some other amazing things on the show as well. So if you're opening up those flexi orders, don't forget you are able to pretty much put anything else in there and spread the cost of those as well. I mean, the stamps that you've got are absolutely beautiful. You use them in loads and loads of different ways. Now, some of these are featuring elements from the one-day special, like the butterflies, but also additional stamps that we've got on the show as well. So the backdrop with the letters, you can see we've got that one, which is going to work beautifully with this one. And it also works beautifully with lots of other things as well. So all the colours that you've got within your one-day special being used not just with your one-day special, but with so many other things as well. So £53.61. If you're not a Freedom member, that is what you're going to be paying for your one-day special. It's a 24-hour deal. You only have up until 6 o'clock tomorrow evening to take advantage, and that's if we have enough stock to see us all the way through. 960459 is the item number if you're wanting to get hold of these. Now, I mentioned those stamps that work alongside it. So very quickly, can I just introduce you to these as well? Because I think you'll want to add these into your flexi order. Got that fabulous backdrop stamp. But before we look at that one, we'll look at these sentiments because they both work beautifully together. Now, they are two separate items. So first of all, the sentiments, echoing some of the sentiments that you've got within the one-day special. But you can see instantly they work with the other stamp set, which I'll tell you about in a few moments. Hazel, I love this font because it's so usable.
It's a really nice typewriter font, but if you look closely, you'll notice there's real little bitty details on it, which is why it ties in so well with the Textures 3 stamp set that's in the one-day special. But there's some sentiments, there's some great sayings. I mean, there's always a reason to smile.
Yes,
Relaxed life is beautiful. There's some really nice sayings on there. Good things take time.
Yeah. Beautiful, really nice sentiment set. And again, it's one of those fonts that's timeless, classic. Doesn't matter whether you're making a card for a young person, an older person, a child, whatever gender, whatever circumstances the card is being created in, you have got a perfect sentiment or greeting there. So you can see here, not using the one-day special, but using other stamps within your stash. You can use it. It's going to work with everything, as you can see here. But again, if you've got that artistic look that you're wanting to use, maybe with your pearlywinks, well, there you go. How amazing does it look there as well? And again, good size as well. So even if you're working on your larger projects, then you don't worry, it can hold its own there. 15 stamps for £14.95, phenomenal value for money. 769642 if you're wanting to get hold of those as well. I'll tell you about that other stamp in just a few moments, but we have got a little bit of an issue with some of you placing your orders online, is it? So if you are trying to place an order at the moment, you are struggling, and we are going to get that sorted out as soon as we possibly can as well. So just make your shopping list, make your list, that's the key thing, and keep trying, because you will find you will be able to place that order as time goes on. Now 769642 will get you the sentiment stamps, but you certainly need to be adding this background stamp in as well. This is something that Hazel used during her demonstrations at 6 o'clock, and it is a must-have. Again, you've got that typewriter font in there, and again, you've got sentiments for all sorts of occasions. And the background stamp that you've got, it's such a useful one to use. I mean, I've got some finished samples here, Hazel. I mean, this is an amazing one to use.
Absolutely. It's my go-to sets, both of them. They work so well together, and I love the fact that I've pulled them in with the one-day special because it just all works together.
They look amazing.
And that's what we want. We want them to work with existing sets, don't we?
So here you go. Maybe you've got stamps like this in your stash here, making your own backgrounds with this. This is a nice idea because sometimes we forget about the fact that kind of doing it the other way around, your white on black.
Yep.
And that's heat embossed, my goodness.
That is heat embossed onto the true black. That's one of Claire's, that one.
That is very effective.
And she's got her brushos on that one, but it would still look effective with the Pearlywink sprays. You could still get, but that's quite nice because the spotting detail, you do get that on lilies, don't you?
Yes, you do.
So it's very, very effective.
You do. They get everywhere, don't they?
Yeah.
See, this is a pretty one. I mean, this is much more of a kind of more subdued look, a more gentle look.
Great use of masket on that one because that's one stamp, but then over stamp. So. But you can really see the detail in the lettering there on the large birthday.
Definitely.
Now that one is Pearlywinks.
So this one again, using those sprays, not only on your background, but there you go, beautiful there as well. Absolutely gorgeous. And here, if you're just limiting to one colour, this is the beauty of this. You can use a single colours, but across the board. That's a lovely look as well, isn't it?
And that's a mix between the two sets. So Hugs is on Typewriter Editions, and I think Friend is on the first one.
Oh, okay, perfect. It's kind of like a little quiz.
I know, it's all the little words that I just wanted to mix up and make my own papers. Yeah.
I love it. So if you fancy getting hold of either of those two, then the details are on your screen. The background one on the top there, and the other one with the sentiments down at the bottom. But please do not forget to put those in alongside your one-day special. So what else can we tempt you with? Well, your cardstock, you know it's incredible quality. We're going to head over to Hazel for her first demonstration, but let me just tell you about this one. Now, this is your cardstock. You've got 12 centimetres by 36 centimetres. So, of course, that gives you the ability to put your folds in place. Now, these will come with folds and scoreline kind of instructions, so you can be able to make multiple styles of cards with these. 193260, an absolute bargain at $11.99. But what about if you're wanting more of your super smooth? Well, we can help you with that as well. So if you want it in exactly the same size, which is always a good idea because they're perfect for matting and layering, another £11.99. That is a phenomenal price because you're getting 11 sheets, 100 sheets. 11 would be a bit stingy, really, wouldn't it? Not such a brilliant deal. But you're getting 100, so that's useful to know, isn't it? So lots of others. Do jump onto the website and have a little look. And as I say, make those lists as you go. So what are we up to then? So
we're going to make this card. So I thought I'd show you onto black how the shimmer works on there. And we're going to make these beautiful butterflies, but we're going to do a different colourway.
OK.
So that one's in yellow, orange and red, and we're going to work with this kind of colour tone.
Nice.
Matches a little bit with me, actually.
It does. All so, comments I passed on. I can't remember who emailed in the last hour. Was it Elizabeth? I can't remember now. But somebody was asking about your top. So I have passed on the information to
this old thing. Literally. Yes. OK, so to start off with, I'm going to take some of our true black. Now, I know that it's hard to... So that's 15 centimetres square. OK. And I'm going to use some of the textures from the Textures 3 and also the nice large ring from the Butterfly Wishes. And we're going to do some heat embossing. Now, I have got one already done, but I just want to show you the process and how well they emboss. Lovely, thank you. So we just put a bit of anti-static over that background. And
is that always good when you're working with darker cards, or any cardstock, I suppose?
It just stops the embossing powder from sticking to the card, so it just gives you a cleaner finish.
Okie-doke.
So I've put some of my stamps on blocks, and I am going to, just for speed, this works well for me. So we'll just start and randomly... And I'm going to do more than... I'll stamp it all up and maybe heat emboss it all together. But because I've got one done, it will save time. So that's the cross-hatchy one. I really quite like that one. This is the one that really does match in with that Typewriter Editions. It's got the same kind of bitty texture to it. You can even see it on there now. It's really, it does go in, work well. I'm just going to use a portion of that on that. So you can put as many or as little of these as you want to. Black card might not be your thing, and if it isn't, it would look wonderful on white card, stamped in pretty inks. light, pastel,
yes,
bright,
that's a good
whatever
idea,
you
yeah.
fancy. I think there's something for everyone in these sets. And then I'm going to move on to the smaller little rings, and we're just going to pop a few in.
This is where those stamps become so useful, because they're just going to fill in those little areas.
Yeah. And then we'll put our powder on. So this is just a white.
Okay.
Just chuck that over.
Oh, wow, that looks good already.
So that does look wonderful. Good job I've got that piece of card there, isn't it? I always like to tap it off as well. Sorry about the noise.
That's all right.
Okay, so then we would just heat that up. Shall I just do a little bit of it?
You can do if you want to.
Just heat your gun up first.
Okay.
And then just, it shouldn't take long.
See that top bit there? I mean, it's amazing how you can kind of get the different texture within a stamp, because there's certain areas look heavier than others, and I wouldn't have thought you could achieve that with a stamp.
And they overlay really quite well as well. So it doesn't take long to do.
Fabulous, and there it is.
I love this one. It's like a double ring.
Yeah.
And then there's bits there that you can colour if you want to.
Yeah, good point. They're always useful. And if you try to draw these or create them, I know people try doing it with like little lids and pots of paint and things like that, but you never get it quite right, do you?
No. Right, so we're up to there. Now what I do like to do, just make sure, is just buff that powder off.
Okay.
And then I want to, my next stage would be to spritz it with the diamond pearl.
Okay.
So it's a side-to-side shake.
So don't shake it up and down.
No.
Right.
And then we would mist this over. Now, because I have got one here, I'm going to take advantage, and I will show you how I've got to this stage with the butterflies, but I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to mist over my butterflies because I want them to be sparkly.
So is it good to go in close or come quite a distance away?
There is no rules in crafting.
Fair enough.
So I know I've got little black bits on there, but it doesn't matter. I'll just spray in a different space each time, and I will then use this on another card.
Again, all the little butterflies from the tiniest one right through the largest one are on that set within the one-day special.
Yeah, so 6 different ones. So there's 3 styles, 2 of each. I'm going to pop that to one side to dry naturally, and we'll bring this next piece in.
Wonderful.
But you could force dry it with your heat gun, but can you see the...
Oh, wow, look at that. My goodness, it's almost like a galaxy.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous on the black. Really does.
Very effective.
Okay, so that is our background. So then the butterflies, all I would do, let's take the large, because it will be easier for you to see. Give us one of... Oh, no, come on. Do it in your platform.
It's like decisions.
I know, I'm not very good at decisions.
Oh, me neither.
I'm going to move them off there to dry. Place them on. So I'll pop my card in. This is the super smooth. And I'll just pin it in place. So all I would have done is put all of my butterflies on here and stamp them all. And then I would have coloured them all together.
Okay.
Now, I could have chosen my inks to paint with. You can do that. But on this particular one, I've chosen to use the watercolour pencils. Because I do enjoy mixing all my mediums up together.
Lovely. And we've got them in a nice little bundle, haven't we?
We have indeed, yes. Let's just, I think it's the pastel cardstock.
It is.
And that, you'll notice that in some of my demos as well.
And you used the pastel card at 6 o'clock, didn't
you? I did, yeah. And on that nice crisp and simple one. Okay, so we'll move that out of the way. And then all I have done, I've chosen 3. Now, there's 24 colours in the set.
Okay.
And I'm just going to come in and add in some of the pigment from these.
So even though you're using the super smooth, it's okay to use your watercolour pencils?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
It works amazing. The pigment moves round. It's almost like having a watercolour card in front of you because you can do so much on the super smooth.
But it's got that smooth finish, which sometimes you don't want.
No.
You don't want the watercolour cardstock texture because it's got those little pits in there. But with this, that fabulous smooth finish
we'll just pop
blends beautifully when you bring those colours together. Again, here you can see a different variation, different colours.
So I'm just going to go along and add in. You don't even have to be tidy because as soon as you add your water brush to this, it's going to blend the pigments together and pull it out. So I'll just add a bit down there.
Good, strong colours there as well.
They are, yeah. Whoopsie. There we go. And then just clean it off because I've obviously used it with me. So it's not ever so wet.
Okay.
I do find the water brushes work quite well. So I like to pull out the lighter colour and then go into the darker and flick it out. But take the colour off in between. Otherwise you would just flood the whole area with the darker pigment. And that would be the same if you were painting with the Wink Vibes.
Smooth look.
Yeah, but you can see how it is quite an easy process. And yeah, nice and easy to do. And again, there isn't any rules.
The beauty is, I mean, it gives you the opportunity to practice your techniques, doesn't it? You can stamp these up as often as you like. I mean, you've got everything that you need within the set.
Yeah.
Just need to add yourself some ink pads, if you haven't got those already, into your basket. We've got loads of those. Right,
if I just go into here, now which one am I looking for? Let's put a bit of magenta.
Ooh,
and just to
nice
show
colour.
you the difference, Blue Grotto, we'll use those two.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So in the same way, if I was going to, I'm going to turn this round just because I'm a lefty.
Okay.
If I want to pull in that colour, just picking it up. Now you can blend this as well.
Ooh, okay, right.
Onto your cardstock. You can paint, you can stamp with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll be doing that in some of my demos as well.
Fabulous.
And you can just blend these together. You could even use your diamond spray, spritz that down. I don't know if you can see that on there. Can you see the sparkle?
You can almost, well, I can see it almost looks like a little, it's fizzing
Yeah.
almost. So on your little glass mat,
so I
you've
could,
got the kind of trio of colours.
yeah, I can take that now and paint over there. That's still gonna, it's gonna work my colour that I've got in there, look, and spread that around. If I went over my pencil, that would
so it brings that
reactivate the
shimmer
pigment.
in.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you can be really precise where you're laying it rather than spritzing it over like I did on that one. I mean, I could spend the whole of the hour messing around and playing.
Oh, bless you. Well, we could spend it quite easily watching
I know.
you.
Well, I'm going to move on, but that's all I've done
Okay.
to get my butterflies.
Wonderful.
So that's going down there. And I better wipe that up, which I know is tragic, but it's got to be done.
And it's amazing. I mean, here you can see we've got one on the screen. They're utilising your reds and your oranges and your cerises in there. All the different sizes of those butterflies. And as Hazel said there, you've got your different sizes. There's 2 repeats of each of them in different sizes. But then you've got the addition of those other stamps. Don't forget, you've got 32 stamps in
32.
total. You've
That's
got
a
20.
lot of
It's a
stamps.
lot of stamps.
Yeah.
20 of your butterfly wishes, and then you've also got 12 in your textures 3. And these are all brand new and included within your one-day special.
Okay, so I'm going to use this cross-hatchy grid one from the Textures 3, and I'm just going to stamp directly onto my card base. Now, this is a 20 by 40 that I've just done a half fold.
Oh, we've got those on the show
We
as well,
have
haven't
indeed.
We've got them in
white or black. It just depends on what you're doing, and they work really well together. So I'm just going to highlight the 2 opposite corners, like so. And I've got my tissue at hand because I know that if I go over the edge, I'll end up with...
It goes on your mat.
Yes, I managed to clean my hand in the break. So now I'm going to use this... Oh, no, actually, I'm going to use this single ring.
Okay.
This is on the butterfly set. And this is quite a nice one. So this is going to layer on. So I want to make sure that I've got some that I can see.
Oh, I see. So just around the edges.
So maybe 3. 3's a good number.
It is.
Totally random. There we go. So that will layer on top. And just to tie the butterflies and everything in, I can then use my pencils and just pull a little bit of colour in, just to tie it in. Now, what I really want to do is spin this round because I don't feel... You know, when you just don't feel
That's okay.
comfortable, I think it comes with being a lefty. Just a little bit, and then you can pull that out with your water brush if you want to, or just leave it quite crisp.
Okay.
And then a quick one down here. And I also like to bring the outside in on the card, so I would then proceed to decorate this on the inside.
Okay.
I'm hoping I've got a piece cut. Yes, I did. There we go. So we'll attach this on the front.
Lovely.
I'm going to go that way. And in fact, I'm going to use my foam pads because I want that a bit higher.
All right, okay.
So these are great because they have got the easy lift on. But I'm not going to be tight with them because I do get 1,500 on the roll.
Well, there's plenty there, isn't there? And it's, the beauty is they do come on a roll, as you can see. You're also going to get some of your pads on sheets, as you can see there. Now, the sheets are edge-to-edge coverage, aren't they, with the foam?
Yes, yes, they are.
They're not like little pads on an A4 sheet.
No,
they're a complete piece. Yeah.
They are, and they're great for die cutting as
Yes,
well.
yeah.
So say I popped a piece of A4 card on the front of one of those adhesive sheets, I could stamp my butterfly on it and then I could cut it out and have a solid butterfly shaped layer. So I'm going to just position that central.
Oh, I love that. It's almost like positive and negative, the two there. Yeah.
And then we've got the butterflies to flourish. Now, I did go ahead and heat emboss Happy Birthday on there just to save time. It hasn't got the sparkle on yet, so I might have to add that on.
Ooh, who not to?
And then we just need to lay. Now, when I'm doing these, I like to almost just lay it down. I've come down in size order and just sort of like tucked them down until I get down to the smallest at the bottom. So that's probably about right. So I would then start at the top and just pop a little bit of glue down that centre and place that one down. And make sure, use your finger and your thumb just to give them a nice little bit of shape.
Okay. And this is all the same cardstock throughout. Amazing.
Yep. So I do like to sort of like zigzag them. So like just coming down the page. And then this one. It's really nice to see all of the butterflies together actually. And that sparkle coming through. Now I'm going to stick this one. I'm just going to give it a fine mist onto my cardstock that's down there.
I love it.
Just because it would have been...
Everything's going to be sparkly.
I've got it everywhere.
Feet.
So I'm going to tuck that in there. Just to the end of the card, I think. Okay, and that can carry on drying while I continue.
Lovely.
Now, even though we're on the black card, you could add a little bit of the pencil just to taint it slightly.
Okay.
Just to tie in with the rest of the card.
It's kind of just giving that little colour hue
there. Just a hue, that's it. So that would be that. So then inside what I would want to do is kind of mimic something similar.
Oh, okay.
So...
Ooh.
Shall I show you that one?
Oh, go on then.
Right, so that one there,
everybody's wondering what I'm moving at now.
Yeah. The words work beautifully.
Don't they just?
And we've got little butterfly, the same sort of rings, so quite easily we can open that up. Now I've got a stamp in here. We'd go back to that grid hatch. Grid hatch?
It's the thing.
Is that? Yeah,
it is now.
It is now, yep. So because I'm tight up against here and I've already... I'm going to go there. That's it. And then this corner, it doesn't have to be symmetrical. Well, I tell myself that. I do try. So then onto that smaller one again. Remember, we're going to have that matten layer, so it doesn't really matter where you put them. Oh, yeah, rushing. I've got it on my fingertips and everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Doing everything that I shouldn't be doing because you shouldn't dip the ink in there. Then this one is going to overlay.
I love
That's going to be
that
perfect.
looks so effective.
I'm going to... Oh, no. I'll do it in the platform just to be safe. I just want to save myself. OK, so for the sentiments, we can layer these all up together or do it singly. Now, my gut is telling me to do it singly because that way you can get them closer together.
OK.
So, just put that in. Oh, so inky. Happy. We'll start off with happy. Position. So you can use your measurements to kind of line up where you want stuff. we'll go on with the happy first. And again, it doesn't need much pressure,
Just a
and it
tiny
gives us
touch
that
then, yeah.
beautiful. So happy.
And of course, we've got happy birthday, but I mean, happy in an art journal
Absolutely,
is
yeah.
perfect on any page.
Yeah. Birthday. You could use your grid to line this up, and I still haven't found it. I know I brought it with me. It's just an acetate grid that goes with the platform.
You know what will happen, you'll find it in your 4 o'clock show.
It'll probably be stuck in between something. And then we've got with love. So with...
And the nice thing about these as well, that they've got that feature that is absolutely perfect for me, because I'm rubbish at lining things up. But with these, because of the style of them, even if they're not perfectly aligned, it doesn't matter. It looks like it's part of the design.
I love colouring them in, you know, putting different colours on them, and that just works really nice. Come on. And then that last one.
With love. Oh, fabulous.
I am so inky. I'm never this messy. What's the matter with me? So which butterfly? We'll use the same one, and I'm going to use a clean block, I think, one that hasn't got ink on. Now I could do that in my platform, but I just feel like I'm doing things back to front today.
It always is a little bit strange when you're demonstrating in the studio.
It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, that looks effective as well.
And then
the
you would just.
detail that you've got.
It's gorgeous. So then a few little. Ooh.
Little colour again to carry it over, nice.
And then you can add a few more of the little, like, coffee type rings on there, just to tie in.
That's beautiful. And I'm guessing if anybody's making cards like this or anything with the stamps and the one-day special, they're okay to sell what they've made?
Absolutely, yeah.
Can't wait to see what people are creating with these.
No, I love to see what people create too. So I'm going to just stick that straight inside there. I know I've missed out a couple of circles, but I'm mindful of the time that we've got, and I know how many demos I've got to show you, so I want to make sure that we get them in. So, and I can't believe I've got so many mucky prints on it. You can't see it. I know you can't. I'm being too honest. I know. But if you do get fingerprints, that's where these do come into their own.
Okay.
So I'm just going to cover my fingerprint because I won't be able to sleep tonight. Little double ring, and we're going to place it there, and it's going to cover it perfectly. So to balance it out, I will pop one up there, and then that's it. Stop it. Step away from them.
I kind of like that even better now that you've got those extra little bits.
It just gives it a little bit more, but that's the beauty of them. There's so many different elements in there that you can do as much or as little as you like, and you can keep it crisp and simple, or you can go to town.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Hazel, thank you.
Thank you.
Another fabulous demonstration. I could stand and watch our lovely Hazel for hours. She comes up with so many wonderful ideas. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a recap, then we're going to head back over to see Hazel. But something I must tell you about. This is something that was incredibly popular during the earlier hour, and I've not seen Hazel use it yet, so that's why I'm bringing it in, just so as you know that it is there. These are your masket sheets. Now, these are amazing because a third of the stock has gone. It's been a popular item, it always is. You can see there, you can get 10 A4 sheets for £9.99. Now, what you've got here is an adhesive, self-adhesive paper, which is attached to kind of like a carrier sheet, and you stamp onto this and you cut out your design, and it gives you a mask to create some amazing kind of results to protect what you've stamped. Hazel did use it during her first demonstration at launch, and it was an amazing demonstration, possibly the reason why so many of you went for it during that hour. So just thought I'd mention that. It's one of those items that we always see Pink Frog bringing us an amazing range, and we've got loads of other things, so of course you can pop those into your basket just as you can do with regards to these. But we're here because it's the one-day special. 8 o'clock is our second live hour with it, and it is a humongous deal, an amazing deal, to celebrate the fact that Pink Frog have been with us here at the craft store for 2 years. It's their second anniversary, and it's a bumper bundle. They've teamed up with Polywinks to bring you the most incredible bundle featuring everything that we love within crafting. It's kind of like an all-encompassing bundle. So if you are just new to crafting, this is a wonderful wonderful one to get started with. So first of all, you've got your cardstock brought to you by Pink Frog, and it's a brilliant quality. You've got obviously your true black, you've got your beautiful smooth white there, your super smooth white, and these two are absolutely perfect for your bases. Now they are, let me think, it was 30 centimetres by 20?
15.
15 by, I was close. Multiples of 15 by 30. That's it. That's right. It's in there now.
15 by 30.
15 by, I have to think now. There's a lot of different cardstock bundles, I'm not going to lie, but there you go. This one, 15 by 30. So what you've got is, you've kind of got like a double look with this one. So the length is double the width, which means if you're going to score and fold it down the middle, straight away you have got a perfect square card that you're going to be able to create with regards to these. Of course, there's multiple different ways you can fold these, and you do get help from Pink Frog with instructions that come along with this. But then it's your detail, your decorative detail that Hazel has been adding throughout all of her demonstrations have been those beautiful butterflies. And this is brilliant because you've actually got 32 stamps in total across 2 different stamp sets. You've got your butterfly wishes, and within this one you've got 20 stamps. Not just your butterflies, you've got 6 of those in 3 different sizes, 2 repeats of each of them, but then you've got sentiments and kind of grungy elements. But then your second set is your textures 3. Now you've got 12 stamps within this one. These are going to be your go-tos. You're not going to put these away. You'll be using them over and over again. So they are in there. But then it's all about the colour. Add in the colour courtesy of Pearly Winks. And these are beautiful sprays. You've got a whole range of colours, beautiful range of 5 different colours with regards to these. And they're lovely because they work so well together because they kind of behave in the same way. So across here you can see you've got your chartreuse yellow, which is that kind of greeny yellow touch to it. Then your sweet orange, your magenta, your anemone blue, and also you've got your blue grotto. Now these can be kind of changed and ramped up by the using of that gorgeous diamond, oh, I forgot what the phrase is now, diamond pearl, that's the word, diamond pearl. It just dropped out of my brain for a moment then. So the diamond pearl you can apply over the top of those colours. Indeed, you can actually just put it straight onto your cardstock. So this is going onto your white and your black card that you've got within your one-day special. But imagine adding this to the top of those gorgeous pastels that we had on as well in the last show, last hour. So you can change any cardstock that you've got. You've also got your colour pop within this one, and your colour pop is a similar sort of idea. It's in a spray bottle, but this is acrylic that's water-based, so you can use it in loads of different ways. Misting it, just simply giving it a spritz, or dripping it if you're wanting to, either using the dropper bottle that comes with it, or you can use things like your paintbrush and do your splatters. And indeed, you can actually get a really good coverage if you do want to use your paintbrush, which gives you a base then that you can then kind of work on top of. So it's a beautiful bundle, a fabulous bundle, brilliant value for money. And of course, it gives you the ability for you to get hold of your anniversary bonus gift. Now, this is 50 sheets of your gorgeous pearlescent paper given to you courtesy of Pink Frog. £6.49 you'd normally be paying for this, but not with your one-day special or anything else on the show, because it is coming to you courtesy of them. It's 1 per customer. It's all on the website should you need to check out the terms and conditions, but the details on your screen there if you're wanting those. Very quickly, let me tell you some of the other things that we've got on the show so as we can head back to our lovely Hazel. So your stamps. Now these work alongside your one-day special, that fabulous typewriter font, but these are your sentiments. 15 of these coming to you for just £14.95. And again, Hazel has been using them throughout all of her demonstrations. They all look beautiful. So if you fancy these ones, 769642. Make a note of that item number because you need it in your basket. Next one is your background, and this is again another one that works well alongside that stamp set I've just shown you, and also the one-day special as well. You've got your larger background stamp made up of your typewriter font letters, just running in order. There's no particular words featuring in there, but then you have got some lovely words of kind of endearment and sentiment within this set as well. Again, coordinating so well with all those others we've seen. 136100 if you're wanting to get hold of those, if you're wanting to. So I hope you're making a list. I know some of you are having problems placing your orders at the moment, so apologies for that. We have got our tech guys on it. We're trying to get that sorted out. But I would just be making a note of those numbers and persevering when it comes to placing your orders a little later on. So something else you might like to add in, because obviously you've got that gorgeous solid black card, your true black with your one-day special, you might want to add this in. Now this is slightly different size size with regards to the ones that we've seen in the one-day special. This time we're looking at 12 centimetres by 36 centimetres, which on my reckoning you can actually put trifolds in these and have exactly the same sections. That's what you'll find with Pink Frog. They kind of cut their card so it's nice and easy for you to fold and score in a variety of different ways. And again, with this one you will get instructions on multiple folds, giving you ideas of what you can create with it. $11.99 or $193,260 if you're wanting that. And then we've got the equivalent in your Super Smooth. Now this is beautiful. Again, same quality as the cardstock that we're seeing within the one-day special, but in a similar sort of size to the pieces that I just mentioned to you. This time you're looking at 100 sheets with this one. Again, the same dimensions. So if you're looking to mat and layer, as you can see here, again, the one-day special stamps making a little appearance there. $11.99, very affordable. So jot down this number, 708847, because you'll be wanting some of those as well. You might even want some of these, because this particular one is a slightly different size. It's same size as we saw within the one-day special, but a bumper bundle. So if you already know that you like working with that size, then this is a brilliant one to go for, because you've got both in there. I think it just shows you the quality of and the pricing that we've got within the one-day special as well, because you've got your 300 GSM, your 280 of your black true black cardstock there, and again it's the same sizing, 25 sheets of each, £9.99 if you fancy those. So at 539647. And again, another really useful cut is this particular one. It's 20 centimetres by 40, so a similar sort of idea where you've got it literally, it's twice as long as it is wide. I think that's the right way of putting it. So you can score it simply down the middle and create a square card, or take advantage of the instructions that will come with this to give you multiple folds and cuts to get you all sorts of different card bases. $14.99 for those, 40 sheets there, and 124075 being the item number if you fancy that. And then the equivalent in your Super Smooth with your white. So if you fancy going for these as well, again, perfect if you want to use the two as a combination together, and you're going to get 60 sheets this time for your $14.99. Absolutely brilliant value for money. So 634253 is the number that you need to jot down for that particular one as well. So what else can I tempt you with? Oh, what about your Scotch tape? We saw an amazing demonstration with this one during the 6 o'clock show. So if you have joined us and you didn't get to see that show, then do go back and watch it at some stage, because it was a lovely demonstration. Nice crisp look, all courtesy of your Scotch removable tape. Two of those, £13.99, 999217. Something else that's always popular as well, and it was during the 6 o'clock show, is your EVA glue. Now when yours comes to you, we'll actually have a nozzle on the top of the bottle there, so you can decant it straight and work straight onto your project if you're covering a larger area. But I do suggest you pop in the smaller bottles so as you can get your fine detail of projects done as well. So 538442, £13.99 for your adhesive. And these are the little bottles I was just talking about. You're getting two of those there, and they've got two different types of tips. Incredibly close detail, you can see that 0.8 and 0.5 of a mil, absolutely tiny. £13.99, 603252. So any of those items are certainly worth making a note of, and then when you do have the opportunity to pop everything into your basket, you can spread the cost, especially if you're popping the one-day special in alongside it. Now, time is upon us. We're running out of time during this hour, so we've got about 15 minutes left, Hazel, so okay, over to you.
That should be spot on.
Fabulous.
So I'm going to use some of the sprays, anemone blue on this one, and we're going to use the 12 by 36 in white. Beautiful. We're going to be doing some heat embossing. We're going to be stamping with the ink. So when I said a few moments ago about stamping with it, that's exactly what we're going to do. And you must share with us your sheet that you've done as well with the different ink pads, because I think this is fascinating. I think this is such a clever idea. I'm going to pop it down in front of me so you get a better view. But I have been finding that I've been using different ink pads. So I do use oxides, and I do use VersaFine Clair, and I do use Pearlywinks. So, shaded lilac will work with Fantasia and an enemy blue. Could you just slide that just down towards you, because it's just popped off the top of our sheet. Fabulous, thank you. There you go. So I've just gone down the 5 colours that are in the Pearlywinks kit, and then matched them up with a VersaFine Clair and an oxide that gives me kind of a nice mix. So whether I want it to be watercoloured or permanent, I can play and mix the colours up. Very clever. Thank you for sharing that. And I will post that onto my Facebook page and Pink Frog's Facebook page so that you can all see. Thank you. So 2 sheets of the 12 by 36. First one is going to be a half fold, which would be 18. Okay. And then the second one is going to be 9 and 18. and then I'm
going
to turn it
having
around.
Those complete dimensions.
Yeah, so you've got 4 equal sections of 9, basically. We're going to fold that in half, and we're going to bring in a trimmer, and we're going to cut a little aperture. I'm going to just look in here. So we've got 2 little squares inside there.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to butt that together with this at the top, left edge on 2. When you're using a trimmer, make sure it's butted straight up at the top, because I always read that people struggle getting a straight cut, but if you haven't got it butted up, then it won't be straight. So you're going to cut from 2 down to 7 and go up and down, because you're going through 2 sheets of cardstock.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, this time I'm going to do 2, but it's going to be past that cut line. And I'm going to do the same. So be careful that when you pull this down, it doesn't move. So normally I would start at the bottom and go up, because you won't get that. So it's 2 to 7 again. Give it a slide up and down. And then we're going to repeat on this side. So again, it's on 2, up to that 2, and down to 10. And then the same on this side. So because I'm doing it this way, I'd have to go to 8. 7, sorry.
Okay.
7, because that's 2 in. And when you shut that down, that kind of cheese wire, you'll know you're in the right place, because you can see it from there and there. Okay. So that is going to be 2 to 10.
If somebody's got like a rectangle die with a die cutting machine, could they do the equivalent?
Absolutely,
okay.
Yeah. It doesn't have to, I mean, that's just fell straight out. So that is the hard bit done.
Okay.
These will flip upwards. And then that will be, I did already score one of those, got lots of ink. That will fit inside like so.
Lovely.
So I've cut myself 2 sheets, 2 pieces of the lilac cardstock, which is from that spring set which comes with the pencils. And I'm certain it's available as a more of a bumper pack of just card on the brand shop as well. And I'm just going to give myself a little equal border. This is just so that when you look inside, you can see something rather than nothing. So that's going to go in there. So I've just reduced the size by ½ centimetre.
Just very, very quickly, because I haven't had the opportunity to show you that cardstock. Won't keep you a moment, but since Hazel's working with it, I thought it'd be nice to have a little look. So this is that pastel tone cardstock. It actually comes with the pencils that Hazel was working with earlier on. And you can see it's a nice collection. You're getting 35 sheets in total, and your 24 watercolour pencils for just £21.99. Really pretty colours in there as well. And again, they work so well with those colours that you've got within your one-day special. So yeah, it might be something nice to consider as well. So jot down that number, 487270, and at £21.99. I'm sure you'll agree it's a brilliant priced bundle.
So I've gone ahead and I've cut myself some matten layers for the front and the inside of my card. I'll go over this bit in a moment. Oh God, that sounded posh. In a moment. Right, so, sorry. 11.5 by 17.5 is your purple. And then 11 by 17 is your super smooth. So I'm going to put all of those 3 pieces together, and I'm going to grab my anemone blue, and I'm going to kind of spritz over. I'm trying not to get it over everything, but I'm just giving a sort of like a nice little misting, but I'm then going to come in with my kitchen towel.
Okay.
And kind of tone that down, and it almost changes its colour slightly, but number one, it dries really quick when you do it like this, and it means that I can go on to the next step. But it just tones it down, and now all of a sudden, it matches that colour perfectly. I hope that's showing up. I can't really see the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see that, especially against the white there. I mean, that's such a fabulous kind of contrast.
Right, so I'm just going to spray some of the anemone blue down.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pick up, we'll go for this bitty one first.
Okay.
So I'm dipping it in the ink, but then kind of taking...
So it's only just, you sprayed it just onto cardstock, have you?
I've just done it onto here. Now, I'm going to get puddles and bits, but this is the beauty of...
Jumping around.
This is the beauty of it. I don't want it to be a perfect print. If I did, I'd use ink. I'd use an ink pad. This is just to tie the product in, and I'm trying to work on 3 bits together to kind of ensure that I get the full demo done.
Oh,
so just bear with me.
No, that's
and,
fine.
and it probably might even just look a mess to you, but it
Not
won't
at
do at
all.
the end.
It also reminds me a little bit of kind of the opposite way around when you take an ink pad and then you spritz it with water, but you've got a little bit more control doing it this way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, now I'm down to sort of like the dry bits. I am just getting...
You're getting the
nice ring prints.
Detail,
yeah, so I'm happy with that. I'm just going to stop. And I'm just going to move that bit of card. So what I want to do now on these bits, number one, I want to ensure that they're dry before I do the next stage. So I'm just dapping up that ink a little bit, and I'm going to give that a quick blast.
Wonderful.
And then I'm going to do some heat embossing onto it.
Lovely. Now, we've got about 7 minutes left of this hour, but don't forget, we've got the lovely Hazel back with us at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then she's going to be joining us at 12 o'clock, and final call will be at 4 o'clock as well. So don't forget, if you're watching us through the night, then do come back and join us for the live hours tomorrow. I know that we've got lots more planned, because Hazel was telling me about all of the different demonstrations, so looking forward to see what she's got planned.
Okay. So I've just cut a strip of the... the lilac card, and I'm going to heat emboss my happy birthday on there. So I'm going to use my, look, no wonder I can't find things. Why is that in there?
Tucked away one of the display cubes.
Yeah. So I'm just going to stamp that down.
That was nothing to do with me, honest.
I remember, what's funny is that I remember putting it in there, and I know what's going to happen now. I'm going to have I am an organised person usually, I promise. So white embossing powder, because I thought it went really well.
Lovely. Oh, don't forget your paper.
Yeah, I'll do it on this paper. It's fine. Okay, and then we'll heat that. See, look, I'm getting right messy now, aren't I?
That's okay.
Do you know what I've done as well? I've just put my thumb on there.
Oh.
Stop it, Hazel, come on.
It's easily done, don't worry.
Right, so this is where you put the powder away. That's it. Okay, and then we'll heat this up. And even though I've done it on the colour card, it doesn't stop me from being able to add my pearly winks in there as well. So that's that one done.
Lovely.
And then I'm going to try and be a bit clever.
Okay.
Judging by what's going on at the minute, I don't know if it's a good thing, but I'm going to need my large butterfly, and I'm going to need these 2 pieces of card.
Okay.
So I'm going to put them both in there together, like so. And then I'm going to just bring this in so I can see, look, we've got half a butterfly on here and half on there.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to try and stamp that together. So first of all, you would need a static bag, just in case I haven't got it all dry properly. Make sure you're butted nice and flat, and then you can see enough to see if you've got that in the right place. Pick that up, and then ink up. Giving it plenty because I don't want to have to go down there twice. So I am giving this a firm press this time. Especially when you're doing your heat embossing, I just want to make sure it's covered. Okay. And then...
Oh, it looks fabulous just
perfect.
like that.
And
Or you've
then-
even heated it up.
And then we can pop that away. Bit of a flick. Right. There we go. And then we'll just heat that. I must admit, I do like these little shelves under here.
Very useful, aren't they, being
Yeah,
there?
very. So then a quick blast. The magnets are everywhere. I'll be looking for that later.
And how crisp does that look? I mean, it's brilliant white.
Just looks amazing, doesn't
Stands
it?
out beautifully.
Yeah.
Just the detail.
There we go.
Fabulous.
And then we will need, make sure I get the right one, some of the ink. And we can just fill that. I'm not going to be too careful. It will resist the heat embossing, but I just want to get it in the bits in between.
It's adding that concentration, but it's all the same colour tone.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Everything that's been done is the same colour tone.
So that's going to be that side, and this one is the left side. Okay. And then once that's dry, if you want it to be darker, you can always build. Now I did go ahead and do one
nice.
for the front, and then we can add some just behind here, just so that that stands out a little bit more and ties in the anemone. So all I've got to do here is chop that up, but I'll leave that till last just in case I run out of time.
Yeah, we're down to about, it was about a minute and a half. 45 seconds.
No
Sorry.
way!
Oh my goodness.
This isn't fair. Right, okay, Matt and Leia. I'll just tell you what was going to happen.
Oh no, it is a minute and a half.
Is it a minute and a half?
Sorry.
I don't know where the time has
I'm just passing on
gone.
the information. I just repeated it. I didn't even look at the clock.
Okay, so this would Matt and Leia. And again, I would turn that over, give that a nice firm press around the outside, and that would just give you that bond. And then it's nice and crisp. Same on this one. I'm going to have to bring the other card in. I know I am. I've got the most important bit to do. So I went ahead and got those bits, which are inside, but this extra piece here is from this piece.
Okay.
How many seconds have I got?
45.
Oh my goodness. So the piece of card is 18 by 8, and you're going to score at 2, 9 and 16. That's going to go like so. And then it's going to pop in here.
Oh, so
like
one
that.
goes one way and one goes the other.
One goes one way, one goes the
Okay.
other, and then you've got your toppers to stick on side. Shall I turn it round for you?
Perfect.
Sorry, look.
That looks
There you go.
amazing.
You've got your toppers on there, and it all just works. Little
That is
butterfly on the
fabulous.
front.
I think we've got that. Hazel, thank you
Thanks.
so much.
Sorry, it just ran out of time.
No, not at all. Hazel's going to be back with us live tomorrow morning, so I hope you can join us. But stay where you are, because I shall be seeing you again